everyone, my name is Jeff Rosser, and today I'm here with a training tip to help you with your reverse punch. Not so much to get power, but to make sure that we're connecting everything and that we're not risking elbow injury. This is something that happens a lot. Most karate and taekwondo dojangs, the instructor always tells you to keep the elbow close up against the side of the body. Don't give space. And when you punch, you want that arm to come across the side of the body all the way. Use your hips, let the hip drive the punch out. It comes straight out and rotates over at the point of impact. But what a lot of us do, and I myself have been guilty of this in the past, is we get to using that hip, but we still let that elbow pop a little bit. Well, when that elbow pops out, even just a little, and I throw that punch, the end result is that my elbow is pointing outward. And this gives me, puts me at a great risk for hyperextending the elbow. Now I'm saying this because I've done that before. I've injured my elbow from bad punches. And you know, you'll see people in a dojang or a dojo when they're throwing lots of punches in the air after, 20, 50 reps going fast, they'll start doing this, rubbing their elbow because it's sore. And I've even heard other martial artists tell me that they can't throw punches full speed unless they're hitting a bag. If they're just throwing in air, they say, oh, you shouldn't throw full speed. And the reason is because they have bad mechanics, so they're worried about injuring that elbow. I'm here to tell you that if your mechanics are good, you can throw that punch full speed and you're not going to injure that elbow. But we've got to keep this elbow bone, this big bone right here, pointing down. Okay? So if I throw a good punch, moving from my hips, and I let my arm travel across the side of my body, coming out, the elbow is down, pointed way down, the entire motion. And at the point of impact, my arm turns over. My elbow is still down. Okay, right here, my elbow is down. It's not pointing out. So when I throw this bad punch, and it doesn't really look bad, that's the problem. It just pops a little bit. Just pops out a little bit. But when I finish the punch, my elbow bone, this big bone, is right here. We can clearly see it. When I throw correctly, and I let, I marry this arm to my hip, and I let my hip rotate, the arm shoots out and turns over at the point of impact, we see this bone right here, stays down the entire time. It never pops out like I get with this bad punch. A good punch, full speed, I keep that elbow down. So again, right here we can see the elbow bone is down. I can throw full speed punches and I'm not at risk of injuring that elbow. But if I start letting this pop, then I'm going to injure it. So a good way you can test this, just using your hand. For example, you throw a punch, okay, bring your hand up completely flat, and if you can feel that big elbow bone, that's good. But if you can't, then you know there's a problem because it's sticking out. Okay? So try that.